Fanfic Corner, presented by Jennifer. Babies. Ethari gives them a Sahdowpaw kitten. It's one of Hessie's, he tells Callum happily. You remember how big she was the last time you were here. She had the litter just after you left. They've been weaned now. Theoden's taking two for his herd. Lennon and Theoden took one, but I think the last should be yours. No child should grow up without one. Callum chuckles and cocks his head at the kitten in his arms. It's tiny still. It's hard to believe that it's the baby version of what carried him and Rayla across Sahdowpaw all those years ago. Its eyes are bright and curious. Its fur is dark and speckled. Its feet are far too big for its body. It mews at him and wriggles in Ethari's arms. He laughs. I don't know that we can, he admits. I've never had a pet before. Then there's the baby. It's not due for a couple of months yet, says Ethari. You have plenty of time to get this little one settled and before the baby arrives. And before you say it, you won't be resuming your ambassador duties until the child is at least a year old anyway. This one will be big enough to ride then. And believe me, you'll need a mount if you want to take your child with you. They grow that quickly. All babies do, Your Highness, laughs Ethari. Yours will too. Go on. They're not that difficult to look after. Callum hesitates. It's not that he doesn't want it. He thinks Ethari's right. And Rayla had told him about her childhood and the way she'd clung to Hessie when she was learning to walk. He's just nervous, he thinks. Come now, Your Highness, says Ethari. Reading the lines on his face, he smiles patiently and rubs the kitten's ears. If you're worried about taking care of it, I promise you that returning the Dragon Prince was a much harder task. You have a baby coming. A kitten isn't much work compared to that. Yeah, I'm pretty nervous about the baby too. Just saying, snorts Callum. He holds a hand out to pat it, lets it sniff his fingers before it smooches his hand, and allows him to scratch under his chin. I don't know, Ethari. Zim was one thing, but like my own baby? Ethari lets out an understanding kind of huff. It was scary for us too, when we took in Rayla, I mean. But at its heart, parenting is about love, and you certainly don't have difficulty in that. Have a deficit of that. You're going to be fine. You think so? I know so. Callum sighs, but the kitten mews again and his resolve crumbles in a rush. Come here, he says, taking it at last. You seem like such a sweetheart. Yes, you do. Your mom took such good care of Rayla and me when we were on our first adventure. It's only fair that we look after you now. Ethari grins at him. He likes you, he says, pleased. Very good. He was the smallest of the litter. I think he'll be very good around the baby. I hope so, chuckles Callum, scratching under the kitten's chin and enjoying the way it purrs in his arms. Thank you, he adds, smiling at Ethari. Not just for, we'll take good care of him. Ethari laughs. I have no doubt.